Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Star Valley High School for live coverage of Braves basketball on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. Grudge match day today as Star Valley Braves and the boys team have their first home game of the season, the home opener for the boys, and taking on the visiting Sugar-Salem Diggers. The last time the Braves were on the court, it was in Sugar City, Idaho to take on the same Diggers. And today, Star Valley hoping to win the grudge match after dropping that one in Sugar City. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson with you, about 10 minutes away from tip-off coverage. And Dal, Star Valley didn't have the best game in Sugar City a week ago. They weren't 100% healthy. Couldn't hit a shot inside the three-point line, and it just didn't go the way they had hoped.
Yeah, it was kind of an odd game. They really played, did a lot of the things they wanted to do, but then in the execution, just couldn't get the ball to go in the hoop. He gives some of that credit, obviously, to the Sugar-Salem defense, but it was kind of a weird game. Yeah, the Braves actually hit more shots from outside than inside the three-point line. There's a lot of things Coach Schwab mentioned that he wanted to improve upon. He pointed out all the things that they felt like they did wrong. He says, and then at the end he said, and we still only lost by 3. So he feels like this is a team that they can beat here at home, but they're going to have to play better than they did over in Sugar City. Since that game, Star Valley hasn't played since. Sugar-Salem has. They've dropped a couple of games, including one against the Bear Lake Bears, currently coming in at 9-3. Overall are the third-ranked Sugar-Salem Diggers in Idaho's 3A classification, averaging 55 points per game on offense, allowing 52 points per game on defense. On the flip side, Star Valley still the fourth-ranked team in Wyoming's 4A class, from the Wild Preps Coaches and Media Poll. It's all part of your First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. About 8.5 minutes away from tipping off this game. Now let's check your Crimson Corner as part of our tip-off coverage. Well, still looking to see if a road team can win in this matchup. We'll get to that here in just a little bit, but the wrestlers, the boys and girls wrestlers at the Madison Invite, that's over in distant Sugar-Salem's backyard. After day one, the Braves were in second as a team, 153 points. Peyton Andrews at 132, Porter Merritt at 152, and Cooper Burke at 160, all advancing to the finals there. The Star Valley girls wrestlers, there was a one-day tournament as they started this morning. Don't have any updates from that one yet. Girls basketball, they defeated Filer, Idaho on Thursday, 52-20. And then just now, the Star Valley JV boys defeating the Sugar-Salem JV 65-53. That's a look at your Crimson Corner. It's all presented as part of our First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off as we are here in Star Valley. Braves and Diggers on the SVI Sports Network. Here's a check of some of the other boys' games going on around the state of Wyoming of interest. It's your roundup presented by Sunrise Engineering. Some scores from last night in the 3A, a big one. Number 1, Douglas pulling away from number 5, Buffalo, 64-41. It was a winning shot with 3 seconds left. Big Piney knocked off Kemmer in Sublette County. Jackson narrowly defeating Pinedale, 58-55. Lyman over Evanston, 35-29. And Rich County beating number 4, Cokeville, 69-56. Some games that are scheduled for today in addition to this one. Rock Springs at Laramie. Cody's at number 5, Riverton. Mountain View's at Rollins. Number 4, Cokeville is at Farson Eden. And then just down the road a piece, Malad at Bear Lake. You can watch that one on SVI4, and the link is at SVInews.com. It's all part of the Roundup presented by Sunrise Engineering, creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. Pep band's ready, we're ready. 6.5 minutes away from tip-off. It's all presented by First Bank of Wyoming. Braves and Diggers round 2 on the SVI Sports Network.
Nothing on us? How hard can it be to be a banker? They just give other people's money away. Cole and Marty got nothing on us.
Yeah.
This is the weekday wake up on SVI.
Your home for totally free personal and business listening. Okay, so you're ready for a subscription then?
Just a few things to sign, we'll be on your way. Hey Amanda, what's the federal rate interest period on the Grace escrow after the next 4 quarters?
If you could just sign here, initial here. So after a quick look at your credit, it's pretty evident that it's not good. And so it's not in the best interest of the bank to give you a loan today. I'm sorry.
That's right, Cole and Marty. You've got nothing on us.
We're going to get people to give us money, and it's going to be the Bank of Duke and Dow.
It's time to update your home's flooring, and Battleson Brothers Carpet One is your local source. Right now at Battleson Brothers, find in-stock LVP as low as $2.99 per square foot. Get a bedroom installed with fresh new carpet for just $4.49. That includes the carpet, pad, and labor for just $4.49. Battleson Brothers Flooring also offers 12-month no-interest financing. In Afton and Thane, that's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
Your source for quality asphalt paving in Star Valley is Avail Valley Construction. They specialize in residential and commercial driveways and parking lots, done with great service at a great price. Call Avail Valley at 307-885-0600 for your quote today. B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on.
It's almost game time. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off on the SVI Sports Network.
Live from the Crimson Cathedral at Star Valley High School is Braves basketball on the SVI Sports Network. Star Valley boys home opener after the girls had a pretty successful outing on their home opener on Thursday night. Dow Braves hope to keep that momentum going on this court this afternoon as they have that rematch with Sugar-Salem today.
Yeah, and they won't have to look for any motivation. Obviously, you have that game that was last week, but this is a fun rivalry. A lot of these guys played in the football matchup. There's a fun rivalry on the wrestling mats and track and field. These are two schools that like to mix it up, and they have similar styles, similar fan bases, and it's the biggest thing in town for both of these programs.
Let's take a look at this rivalry a little bit deeper and recap it with the help of Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Well, I had mentioned this. We're looking to see if a road team can win in this series. Overall, it's tied at 4-4. Last game, the Diggers won it in Sugar City, 55-52. That was just last week. The Braves lead at 4-0 all time here at SVHS. The home team is 8-0. Looking at the trends, and 5 of the 7 previous meetings, should be 8. 5 of the 8 previous meetings by 7 points or less.
That's a check of your rivalry with the help of Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com. That is Simplot.com. A final 2-minute break here. Tip-off on the way after this on the SVI Sports Network. The following are real testimonials of health services provided by Taylor Kennington at Elevate Life.
After 2 sessions with Taylor and implementing the strategies he taught, my daughter's anxiety is significantly better. She sleeps in her own bed and is back to being her happy self.
In 7 weeks, I am a whole new person who was skeptical at first, but now I want everyone to go see Taylor. He can help from the smallest problems to the really big things.
Elevate Life. Retrain your brain. Visit elevatelife.today. Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious stay at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
A leg up, an upper hand, an edge. Call it what you want. When you finance with Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, you'll always be winning. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours.
The countdown to tip-off is made possible by First Bank of Wyoming, your home for totally free personal and business checking. Visit gofirstbank.com.
Just about a minute away from tipping off this one in Star Valley. The Braves hosting the Sugar-Salem Diggers today. Your First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. Now what do the Braves do to defend the home court with your Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game?
Well, key number one is dictate the tempo, and I feel like the Diggers dictated the tempo in the previous meeting on their court. I know that was a point of emphasis Coach Schwab had for this rematch. Key number 2, shoot at least 40%. The Braves shot a miserable 21% from the field inside the three-point line against the Diggers. You can't do that again. Part of that, of those first 2 steps, is creating some transition buckets. We'll see if Star Valley can do that against this quick Sugar D. And finally, limit the fouls. Let's see if everybody can be on the court at the end of the game and not foul out. How about that? That's a look at your keys to the game, brought to you by Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton.
Legend driven. Visit RockyMountainYeti.group. That is RockyMountainYeti.group. And that will do it for the First Bank of Wyoming Countdown to Tip-Off. Let's make your building dreams become a reality. Find construction loan information at gofirstbank.org. That is gofirstbank.org. Braves in the home whites today for the first time on the season, at least on this court. We'll send it down to the PA, and the national anthem made possible by Hastings Ace Hardware, serving Star Valley since 1932, the local and helpful place.
In addition to the national anthem will be performed by syncopation.
Let's meet today's starters with the help of Peefler's Mountain Star. Peefler's Mountain Star, located on Rocky Road on the north end of Afton.
Croy Jenkins, son of Aaron and Cassie Jenkins. I'm a senior, and Osmond.
Ridge Nild, son of Chance and Jackie Nild, senior, Afton.
Luke Linford, son of Jason and Robin Linford, Afton, senior.
Jacob Hodges, son of Boone and Laura Hodges, senior, Bedford.
Tapp McClure, son of Brian and Sarah McClure, I'm a senior, and I live in Smoot.
PJ Horsley, son of Jason and Stacy, junior, Afton.
Cash Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna, I'm a junior, Smoot, Wyoming.
Tristan Hilton, son of Mark and Lacey Hilton, junior, Osmond, Wyoming.
Max Jensen, son of Deanna and Wade Jensen, junior, Afton.
My name is Simon Gaskell, son of David and Amy Gaskell. I'm a junior, Fairview, Wyoming.
Varsity roster made possible and presented by Peefler's Mountain Star, your source for plumbing and sprinkler supplies on Rocky Road in Afton. Starting in lineup being announced here at the Braves home court. First, the Diggers come out with number 3, Kelton Garner, a senior. Number 11 is Coy Sanderson, a senior. 13 is Christian Gordon, another senior. Another senior, Zach Doherty, number 14. Number 23, Daniel Neal, a senior. Head coach Sean Freeman for the Road Diggers in blue.
Star Valley Braves will counter with Jacob Hodges, leading rebounder for the Braves at 6'5", wearing number 0. He's a senior. Senior wearing number 3 is Luke Linford at 6'4". 6'5" senior wearing number 5 is Taft McClure. A 6'1" junior wearing number 12, PJ Horsley. And rounding out the starting 5, a 6'5" senior wearing number 22, Croy Jenkins. The Braves are coached by Mitch Schwab, assisted by Ballard Johnson and Shane Williams, and I know that Ben Hale is part of that staff as well at the freshman level.
Band, student section, cheerleaders had big old giant glow sticks for the starting lineup here. That's a nice new touch for the Braves as they have their boys home opener today. And Star Valley with Troy Jenkins. He was not feeling good in the first meeting between these two teams earlier in the season. We'll hope that he's healthy and ready to go. He'll go up for the opening tip-off. Will Jenkins works against Sanderson. Sanderson wins, and we're underway. Sugar will have the opening possession of this game as they feed it down into the lane, back up top. Now a spin move, double team, lean into the rim, kick it out. Open look three from Neal, no good off the high rim. Rebound loose on the floor. It's going to be out of bounds off of Sugar. Star Valley basketball.
You know, another aspect that the Braves should get some help with, Ridge Neal was playing really well coming off the bench, especially hitting some threes. He had hurt his foot and was unavailable to play last week. He should be on the court at some point today too.
Star Valley will have their first possession of game. Here's Linford over the top of a screen. Stotts pivots and up to McClure around the arc left side to Horsley. PJ has a screen, drives into the paint, kick out, open three, Hodges away, off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Sugar comes out with it but throws it away. Linford has the ball. Braves get the extra possession, still scoreless, 45 seconds into the game. Horsley drives, dribbles behind his back, takes it left post, and will be fouled on the floor to stop the clock at 7:10 to go in the first.
Looks like this is going to go against Kelton Garner. His first team foul, first foul of the game. Kelton, it's yours.
Linford will trigger in for the Braves on the baseline. Goes up top to Horsley. Front court just outside the circle. Braves work it to the right side and hand off to Linford. Deep in the perimeter on the right side wing. Comes to his left. Defense stays with him. Tries to go for the shot, but the ball stripped away into the hands of Sugar on the run. They work it to the right side. Bounce down the baseline off the square, but no good. Missed a good shot, but Jenkins has the board for the Braves.
Yeah, missing a layup there was Neal. I'll bet he doesn't do that again.
Horsley now with the ball for Star Valley. Still scoreless. A minute 15 into the game. Hodges works it up top of the key, dribbles to the free throw line, spins, works down the post, bounces outside to Jenkins. He goes baseline, back up top to Hodges. Shot fake, now comes away. No good. He was hoping for the foul on the contact. He didn't get it. Rebound to Sugar. Still scoreless, 6:25 left in the first.
Both teams kind of trading jabs early on here in the first minute and a half.
Garner works it up top to Sanderson. McClure on him defensively as Star Valley's in the man-to-man defense. Sanderson still with the dribble. Centers up the ball, middle floor, works it to the left side corner. Dribble drive by Neal on the baseline, goes up and knocked away, out of bounds. Blocked, I would say, and Star Valley will be on defense as Sugar triggers it in.
Second drive to the hoop, this time by Neal. Neal had a open look last time, this time not so much.
Ball in the paint on the inbound, turnaround jumper, and there's going to be a foul on Star Valley as Doherty went up for the shot. And he goes to the Riverside Dental free throw line, looking for the game's first points with 6:02 to play in the first.
Jacob Hodges is going to pick up his first. And to the free throw line is Doherty. First free throw of the game for either team is short.
Remains tied at 0. 6:02 to play in her opening period.
It's a barn burner.
Doherty remains at the Riverside Dental free throw line. Second attempt away. No good, too strong. Nice box out by Linford. He boxed out the shooter for the rebound. 5:55 to go in our opening quarter. Linford has the ball poked away. Loose ball in the backcourt. Sugar saves it on the side. Gordon has it and then steps on the out-of-bounds line and turns it back over. Really quick hands by Gordon.
Yeah, really good hustle from Gordon. I would say one of the keys from the last matchup, Duke, was to match Sugar's intensity. Right out of the gate here, Sugar's coming out with their game face on. The Braves are going to have to match it.
Still scoreless in this one. 5:40 to go in the first period. Linford crosses over to the top of the key. Works it back, then has the ball taken away. Dribbled on his foot. Here's Gordon again on the steal. Goes up strong. Blocked and out of bounds. No foul. Great play by Linford, who gave up the ball but then made the play on defense.
You can see this replay again. Gordon picking his pocket. Got a lot of Braves to contend with and unable to get that shot to go.
Bounce play to the baseline on the inbound. Now up top. Stolen away by Horsley. Out of bounds into the cheerleaders. Off of Sugar and Star Valley basketball. 5:28 to go in the first.
Wouldn't it be a different game if the cheerleaders counted as possession?
That would be much different, yes.
That'd be crazy.
Across the timeline comes Linford. Still scoreless for both teams. 0-0. 3.5 minutes in. Ball moving around the arc for the Braves. Horsley above the left side corner. Picks it up, finds Linford, takes the three, down the middle, too strong, no good. Fight for the board, Sugar gets it. Daniel Neal has the rebound. Sugar down the court.
Both teams pretty cold here.
Garner works it against Horsley, tipped away, but picked up by Sanderson. He'll spin, drives the angle, pivots around, flicks up high to Gordon, but he collects the ball. Gets a screen. Gordon works back right, now bounce down to the low post. Spin to the rim, great defense by Hodges, had to force the ball out. Neal takes a three and hits it. First points of the game, Daniel Neal, the kick out triple on the left side corner.
Well, Neal had been 0 for 3. He swished that one though, didn't even brush the rim.
3-0 now, Sugar on top as we hit 4:30 to go in the opening period. McClure goes to Jenkins, flicking around the ball to Linford on the right side wing. Holds it, and a timeout taken by Coach Schwab as his team remains scoreless through half a period of play. Back in 30 seconds. 3-0 Sugar on the SBI Sports Network.
In the future, everything will be powered by renewable energy. But it's not as easy as flipping a switch. It's a long road, requiring decades of time and trillions of dollars. But what if there was a better direction on the path to zero carbon emissions? An energy source that's available right now, that's affordable, plentiful, and environmentally friendly. There is, and it's propane.
Fall River Propane, Star Valley's fastest growing energy for everyone provider, keeping you warm this winter.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SBI Sports Network.
Coach Schwab trying to get his offense going. Both teams in a defensive struggle early on, but the Braves scoreless. They trail Sugar in their home opener, 3-0, 4:18 to go in the first.
Braves 0 for 3 from the field.
Linford deep on the left side. Swings the ball around the right. Now McClure has it. Horsley open corner right, shot away, hit the top of the backboard, bounced around into the hands of Linford for the rebound. He clears it out to Jenkins. Jabs finds McClure, fakes a three, extra pass. Horsley gets another attempt. Looked better, but still on the outside rim. Rebound, the putback, no good. Hodges got the board, missed the putback, and this time it's Doherty on the rebound for Sugar. They quickly come down the court as the Braves remain scoreless. 3:45 to play in the first. Sugar with a 3-point lead.
Braves getting some offensive rebounds there, but still getting tough shots.
Sanderson, dribble drive, kick out, but an offensive charge as Luke Linford hits the deck. He'll draw the charge and get the ball back to the Braves.
Coy Sanderson will pick up his second team foul. Linford's kind of taken on this role because for this defense to work as well as it can, someone's got to take the charge at the end of the day, and Luke's kind of been filling that role.
3:50 to play in the first period. Star Valley still looking for that first point of the game. Much different start to this one than it was in Sugar. Here's Hodges, dribble, drive, up and shot. Too strong, no good. Fights for the rebound, but boxed out, and Doherty gets it. Now a full court pass down the floor, trying to find Neal, and that one was a little overthrown into the bleachers behind the backboard.
Tell you what, the junior fans on the ends, you better be ready for this game. You might catch a couple of full-size human beings the way these guys dive into the stands on both ends.
3 minutes, 15 seconds to go in our opening period. Star Valley trailing Sugar by a score of 3-zip. One field goal in the game. It was a triple. Hodges takes a three in the inside cylinder, no good. And shooting woes continue into this first period.
Braves 0 for 8 to start this game, and 5 of them from 3. I'm not crazy about that.
Here's ball moving around the outside. Neal hands off to Sanderson. Drives the right post, and he lays it in to make it 5-0 Diggers.
Man, quick step there for Sanderson. And I was just commenting on this before this game, even the JV game. The Diggers, they finished so well at the rim.
Horsley on the outside. Few dribbles and up to Jenkins. Croy quick pass to McClure. Fakes a three, drives in, pulls up the baseline fadeaway, hit the side of the backboard. Tips it back up top to Linford to keep possession. And the ball stolen away on a pass to the right. Garner still goes to the rim on the other side. Reversed it underneath and came back left hand. Still in a bucket to make it 7-zip. Sugar City on top.
Amazing play there from Kelton Garner.
Now the Braves in a hole as Sugar's up by 7. Linford out to Hodges.
Well, at some point, you got to stop thinking about this 0 and just get some points on the board.
And Horsley
man,
almost had it. That one was halfway down and it came out. Somebody checked the Braves cylinder. It's taped off. Sugar gets the rebound. Braves still scoreless. 1:48 to go in the first. Sugar has it, and there's going to be a travel call on Daniel Neal to give the ball back to the Braves. as Ridge Neild and Tayson Johnson sub into the game.
Here's that last replay from Fall River Propane. Garner with the steal, avoids the swat at the other end, uses the rim as a defender. That is how you do it.
1 minute, 45 seconds to go in the opening period. Across the half-court line comes Linford. Works it right to Johnson. He holds the ball high. Tayson looks to his left, takes a few dribbles. Over to Jenkins. Croy still in the front court. Hodges top of the key. Clock continues to tick down to 1:25. Linford looks to Coach Schwab to reset the offense. Now drives on the angle, under the rim. Shot no good, but he is fouled. And we'll see if Luke Linford can get the goose egg off the board from the Riverside Dental free throw line. Comes with 1:18 to go in this first period. Star Valley trailing 7-zip.
First personal on Christian Gordon. Third team foul. 3 on the Diggers, 1 on the Braves. Free throw is short.
Bricked off the front rim.
Here's the thing, Duke. The longer it goes, the more you sit there and think about it. So you're just praying that as a team, as a coach, you're like, please make this one, Luke, so we can stop talking about it.
He does. Rolled over the front rim. The Braves are on the board with a 7-1 score. Diggers with the lead and the basketball. 1:12 to go in the opening quarter. Outside jab is Cardova. He takes a deep three and swished it. Brandon Cardova off the bench. He's a senior. Hits a triple from outside.
He shot that one from Osmond. Drained it.
55 seconds to go. Braves down 10-1. Nice move by Linford. Crossover, no good, but the rebound putback is no good. Tayson Johnson has the board. He's triple teamed and fouled. Another big rebound for Hodges. Shot doesn't drop. Johnson will keep the possession in favor of the Braves.
Braves still looking for their first field goal. Cardova's like, it's simple, guys. Just do it like this.
Linford will inbound, flick up top high to Jenkins. 45 seconds and ticking here. First period still, a lot of game to go. Hodges drives into the lane, pivots, stop, shot, too strong, no good. Ball tipped into the backcourt and collected. Ridge Neild has it, works it left, another three. Linford away and in. Luke Linford, the Rocky Mountain, yet a triple from downtown left corner, make it 10-4.
Boy, the Braves needed that.
20 seconds left in the first period. And after all of it, still just a two-possession game right now as Cardova loses the ball, picked up by Linford, tries to go out in front to Jenkins, but it's taken away by Gordon. Here's a three from Gordon, no good. Rebounded by Cardova, 5 seconds. Ball movement around the outside. Bounce down to the paint, stolen away, Braves have it, 2 seconds. 1 second, Linford won't get the shot off, and that will take us to the end of the first. And the Braves down by 6 with a score of 10-4 behind the Diggers of Sugar-Salem on the SBI Sports Network.
Everyone in Star Valley knows the Fun Zone is the place to go for birthday parties, family reunions, receptions, or basically any kind of get-together. Do you know what makes the Fun Zone even better? When you come and enjoy it. New to the Fun Zone is a massage chair and a vending machine, and still offering the open gym, volleyball, foosball, and air hockey, a full-service kitchen, and even a big screen TV. Visit sbfunzone.com for reservations.
Since 1932, locally owned Hastings Ace Hardware has served Star Valley as the place to find high-quality outdoor, hardware, and houseware products at competitive prices. Staffed by your friends and neighbors, Hastings offers a team of knowledgeable and helpful folks to answer your questions and assist you in finding the perfect solutions for your projects year-round. Find Braves apparel, fashionable clothing lines, tasteful gifts, a full-service gift wrapping and custom framing counter, jewelry, home decor, paint mixing services, and so much more. Hastings Ace in Afton. It's the local and helpful place.
Start of the second period, Star Valley basketball down by 6. Linford works to the post, kicks it over to McClure. Taft on the left side elbow, back out to Linford. He has the lone field goal, takes another one. Off the back iron, no good. Sugar has the rebound, Digger basketball. Braves trail 10-4 in this one. Early goings of the second period.
Too many threes for my money, Duke. I know the ball's not falling anywhere, but I'd like to see the Braves continue to go and attack the rim.
Here's Cardova on the outside for Sugar-Salem. Dribbles and loses the ball untouched. Tried to get fancy dribbling between his legs and just lost handle on it. Star Valley will inbound.
So after that last miss, Duke, the Braves have started this game 1 for 15 overall.
Here's Linford on the left side and saved, but, well, not quite. Ridge Neal tries to get to that pass, throws it, and it's out of bounds.
Nice crowd filling in here, especially the opposite way. Looks like they're getting pretty full. Right now, the Braves are hoping to show them something here to start the second quarter.
Still down 10-4. Sugar with the lead and the basketball. Bounce to Cardova. Jabs right, comes left, dribble drive, kick out. Here's Garner. No shot for him. Swing pass around top of the floor to Lee, and he's fouled.
It's going to be number 2 on Hodges.
Stops the clock at 6 minutes, 54 seconds to play in her second period as Croy Jenkins will sub back in, and he'll give Hodges a breather.
The Braves only have 2 team fouls, and Jacobs got them both, unfortunately for him.
Coy Sanderson will inbound to Cardova, across the timeline. Hesitates, drives in on the angle, puts up the shot, drives it in and in.
I think he's already got more points in this game than he did the entire game last week. He's got 5 points, perfect from the field.
6:36 to go in the second period. Braves trail 12-4. McClure finds Horsley, left side wing. Couple dribbles, back to McClure. 6:20 as we go back to Horsley. Ball moving around the outside. Braves haven't been able to get much penetration inside the lane as McClure's on the outside, has it on the right. Dribbles to the baseline, now back up top. Johnson still on the perimeter. Works it left, tries to go to Jenkins. Ball picked up. Here's Ridge Neal. Jumper on the baseline, no good. Fight for the loose ball rebound, and Sugar's going to come out with it. And down the floor, able to find Cardova out in front. And a dunk, a two-hander from Coy Sanderson off the steal in transition.
He might have hit his shoulder on the underside of the backboard.
Coach Schwab needs to think about what's happening with his team. He calls the timeout. Braves down 10, back in 60.
I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Live coverage of this broadcast made possible because of Miles Beverage Incorporated, a proud sponsor of Star Valley and UW Athletics. Wyoming Minuteman Supply, guns and ammo, camping gear, licenses, and more. The Box Y Lodge. Nestled high in the mountains, we offer the experience of a lifetime. Swift 98.7, Star Valley's hit music station. And by Star Valley Skidoo and Quick Lube. They repair it all and make it purr.
Your leader for live coverage of Star Valley High School sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Braves looking for some offense here. 5:43 to go in the second period. Right now they're down by 10, 14-4 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Horsley hesitates, drives, and fouled on the floor. He kicked it out to McClure. Whistle will come in to stop the clock at 5 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the second.
That'll be second personal on Kelton Garner. 5th team foul with 5:37 to go here in the half. Checking in now for the Diggers will be number 14, Zach Doherty, and also number 23, Daniel Neal.
Linford triggers in from the baseline, goes up to Johnson on the elbow, flicks it over left side to Jenkins, spin, and he tries to pass it out, but he's fouled. May have been on the shot, but he passed it outside, and it's going to be a baseline inbound again.
Here's that last replay, that dunk from Sanderson. Yeah, he actually hit the underside of the backboard with his upper body. Wow, the kid's got some hops. That foul going against Zach Doherty, his first, but now 16 fouls. So the Braves will be shooting from here on out.
Luke Linford will inbound again from the baseline. Looking, flicks up to the front court to Jenkins, works it quickly to McClure. 5:33 to play in the second. Braves still with just the one field goal. They trail 14-4. McClure, jumper above the elbow. Too strong, no good. Race for the rebound in the corner, and it's saved by Johnson to Linford. Quickly into Jenkins, back to Linford. Three's away. That one looks good, but too strong. And Star Valley will get the rebound. Work it back outside. Jenkins Back to Linford, still up top. 5:08 to play in the second. Now down low to Johnson, and he lays it in. Taysom Johnson in the paint for the first field goal underneath.
And a sophomore shall show them the way.
14-6 now on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard.
In the JV game, Taysom looked really dialed in and aggressive, so that's carried over here into this quarter.
4 minutes, 48 seconds to go in the second period. Spin around by Doherty, tries to drive the post. Johnson on defense, shot up, no good. Rebounded underneath, spin, put back too strong, no good. Doherty got his own miss, but couldn't score off the rebound. This time it's Star Valley basketball. 4:30 to play in the second. Nice pass down to Johnson, shot fake, puts it up and in. Back-to-back for Taysom Johnson. That one off the shot fake. Got the defense in the air. Now it's a 6-point game.
It's amazing as much the Braves struggled up to this point, as you mentioned, just a 2-possession game.
Neal, shot outside, no good, but a rebound by Doherty, and he hits the putback that time. Makes it 16-8, 4 minutes to go in the second.
Doherty up to 4 rebounds now.
Across the half-court line comes Horsley. PJ will come to the left side wing, pass up top to Jenkins, swing it over to Linford. Luke holds, jabs right, dribbles left. Defense is there, picks it up, goes down to Johnson again. Nice pass to Jenkins, who missed a baseline jumper, and Doherty gets another rebound, this time on defense. 3:40 to play in the second. Sugar down the floor with their possession. Pass down to the baseline, almost hit by McClure, but into the hands of Sanderson. Back around up top, works it back into the paint, pivots below the elbow, works it down low, and no shot there with Doherty outside the lane. Feeds to the outside left wing to Sanderson. Coy drives, angle, takes it to the rim and scores. Had a screen about halfway to the rim. 10-point game.
3 for 3 from the field. Coy Sanderson is 6 points.
3 minutes, 8 seconds to go in the second period. Linford into the rim, too short, no good. Fight for the rebound, Luke will get it. Step back, jumper again from the foul line, drained that one. 18-10 now on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Braves trail.
Linford now with 6 points, 4 rebounds. He's actually got 3 steals as well.
Horsley almost had a steal of his own. Lost it on the side, out of bounds.
Here's your replay here on the Fall River Propane replay. Fading back to that 15-footer and finding the range.
Inbound play for Sugar. They go front court top to Sanderson, hand off to Gordon. Works it to the right side. Daniel Neal has it. Fakes a right side pass. Goes left side to Sanderson. Feeds into the lane. Doherty again. Reverse the layup. No good. Johnson has the rebound. Star Valley basketball. Chance to pull back to within 2 possessions. 2:27 to go in the second period. Outside is Neal. Fires into the lane. No shot there from McClure. Dribbles. Spins. Can't get up the shot. Outside Linford. Fade away on the free throw line. Off the rim. Or off the backboard. No good. Digger with the rebound. Daniel Neal into the front court. 2:08 to play in the second period. Star Valley still trails by 8. Sanderson between his knees on the dribble. Works it over to the right side post. Pivot, spin, kick out. Neal for 3. Got it. Daniel Neal makes it an 11-point game. Largest lead yet for Sugar-Salem.
He's 2 for 4 from distance. 6 points in the game.
Minute 47 to go here in the second. Braves trail 21-10 now. Linford step back. No shot. Picks it up. Fires to the top. Horsley with it. Finds a screen from Johnson. Dribbles to the elbow. Back to Johnson above the right side elbow. Drives down the post. Back to the rim. Hands off. And there's going to be a foul. Travel call, rather. That will be against Taysom Johnson. Ball back to Sugar-Salem.
Tristan Hilton going to check in for Taft McClure. Here's that last play. Sanderson dishing it out to Neal for the assist.
Clock is stopped at 1 minute, 29 seconds to go before halftime. Sugar-Salem with a 21-10 lead over the Star Valley Braves. Across the half-court line comes Christian Gordon for the Diggers in blue. Crosses over to the left post. Wants to get to the rim. Can't kick out. Neal wants another. Off the inside rim, no good. Missed that 3. Rebounded by P.J. Horsley. Horsley with 1:08 to go in the second period. Linford holds it. Directs traffic. 1 dribble pass to Neal. Works it left side. Hilton in the corner. No shot. Tristan holds it. Pass to Neal again. Ridge deep on the left side wing, and Star Valley swinging around the outside. Horsley comes right, now passes back left. Linford calls a new play, 47 seconds to play before halftime. Linford tries to break down the defense, but he's stolen away. Gordon on the run after the steal. Numbers for the Diggers. Gordon takes it himself and scores to make it 23-10 off his own steal.
He's got 4 thefts here in the first half, does Christian Gordon.
30 seconds to play. Linford pivots, bounces to Neal in the corner, falling out of bounds, and they'll say he's pushed. The reason he was falling, Neal will get that foul. And that will be 1-and-1 shooting Ridge on the Riverside Dental free throw line.
Here's that last play, the steal and the layup at the other end. Diggers have been in control of this one right from the get-go.
Ridge nailed at the Riverside Dental free throw line. Clock is stopped at 23.6 seconds to go. 1-and-1, good on the front end. One more to go for Ridge.
That foul went against Daniel Neal, by the way, his first.
Second shot is good. Got them both to make it 23-12. Diggers with the ball, 20 seconds before halftime. Sugar-Salem leading by 11. In the circle is Gordon. Front court, Horsley's on him. Clock down to 12. Sugar wants the last shot. Now they drive in. A contact in the lane. And they're going to get Hilton on the foul to stop the clock at 9 seconds. It's Creed Levitt trying to drive in.
First personal on Tristan.
Now in the lane, Doherty bounced it off the back rim and in, and time will expire for Star Valley. A three-quarter court shot short from Linford, and we go to the break with Star Valley trailing Sugar-Salem by a score of 25-12. And the Braves will try to make some halftime adjustments to come out in the third period. It's your Star Valley Health halftime show on the SBI Sports Network.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Physical therapy has been helping people get healthy for over 20 years. With offices in both Afton and Thane, they are ready to help you. Now certified in dry needling, the staff at Aspen Physical Therapy invites you to get back to work, to play, to life. Call 885-4APT or 883-4477 and get started today. Aspen Physical Therapy, a proud supporter of Star Valley and UW Athletics.
Digital Dilemmas presents
Wi-Fi Enlightenment. A wise person once said, "Keep your feet on the ground and your router on a shelf. This will help you achieve greater happiness in life and a better Wi-Fi signal."
Placing your router on the floor can negatively affect its performance because the ground will absorb the signal. Stay tuned for more Digital Dilemmas.
Treat yourself to a luxurious staycation with a cozy cabin getaway at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton. Get the locals discount by using promo code SVILOCAL. Every cabin has its own oversized soaking tub, big screen TV, fireplace, and includes free breakfast. Or upgrade to the cozy couples cabin with your own jetted jacuzzi tub. Find luxury right here with a staycation at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Use promo code SVILOCAL for the locals only discount.
On the SVI Sports Network.
Halftime coverage presented by Star Valley Health. The Brave Cadets just performed here at half. That performance was recorded. We'll have it for you after this game. The Brave Cadets in 2 weeks will head to Casper for their state dance tournament and competition, I should say, as they try and defend their state title in the Star Valley Brave Cadets. Here at the half, though, Sugar-Salem leading Star Valley by a score of 25-12 on the Star Valley Health halftime show. And just another outing with some similarities like last time, Dal. The Braves just not able to hit a lot of shots in the first half.
pretty ugly. In fact, I would say the ugliest half of the year so far for Star Valley. And again, Sugar-Salem, they are dictating the tempo. That was one of the keys you were talking about. To me, the only difference between this game and the one in Sugar, Duke, is that the game in Sugar, the Braves were hitting threes. In this one, they're not. So, they are really struggling to find the range and get anything to go through the hoop.
Let's take a look at this score deep in the numbers with your Battleson Brothers Flooring Carpet One halftime battle stats.
Well, first for the Diggers, 25 points. Not a huge total, but compared to 12, it's pretty good. 6 points for Coy Sanderson. He was perfect from the field. Brandon Cordova, 5 points. 4 points for Zach Doherty to go with 4 rebounds. Daniel Neal had 6 points and 3 rebounds. He was 2 of 5 from the three-point line. The number of steals, the Diggers had 5 of them in the first quarter. So the Braves did a little better job handling the ball in the second quarter. But the Diggers' guards on defense have caused some issues here. 4 assists to Star Valley's 1. The rebounds pretty easy, or pretty similar, but the steals definitely doubling up for the Diggers. Diggers 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Braves 3 of 4. Points at a premium. Luke Linford had 6 of Star Valley's 12. He went 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 4 from the three-point line. 4 points for Tayson Johnson to go with 3 rebounds off the bench, and 2 points for Ridge Neild. 4 rebounds for Linford as well to go with 3 steals. So Luke doing what he could to keep the Braves at least in there. But if you look at the Star Valley offense, if you come out and say Hodges, McClure, and Jenkins have 0 points at the half, you would expect to be losing by double digits, and they are. That's a look at your halftime stats brought to you by Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
In Afton and in Thane, quality, price, service. That's Battleson Brothers Flooring. Before we go to break, how about some trivia time? See if we can give away a couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex. First person to text in the correct answer is going to win that couples combo. Use our studio text in line at 307-203-4637.
Trivia question for tonight is, what year was Star Valley's first basketball state title? Now, you don't have to give me the whole 22-23 season. I'm just looking for the year that they would have actually been handed the trophy. So give me a guess if you want. 307-203-4637. The person who gets it correct first will win themselves a couples combo from Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
Give it a guess. Could be your lucky day today. The Braves trailing Sugar-Salem by a score of 25-12. Star Valley Health halftime show on the SVI Sports Network.
Miles CPA has been part of the Star Valley community for more than 16 years. The times have changed a bit, but we are still proud to offer our continued support to the community and our Star Valley Braves. Say, didn't Corey play basketball for Star Valley High School? Whoa, Corey, I realize it's a black and white photo, but man, those are some white legs. Miles CPA. We loved our Braves then, and we love our Braves now. Go get 'em, Braves.
I was in a car accident 26 years ago and I have suffered with severe hip and low back pain. I couldn't sleep very well. I would sleep on one side till it hurt too bad, and then I'd flip over to the other side. I couldn't walk or hike without being in pain for the rest of the day. And then I met Dr. Melissa, and through acupuncture and pain-free posture clinic, she's able to give me a better, higher quality of life. I'm able to hike and walk without pain. I'm able to just do so much more than I ever thought I would be able to.
We're always looking for things that make our farm more efficient.
The value that Smart Farm brings growers like Rick is the ability to be more efficient, to be cost effective, and also to be stewards of the land.
The Simplot Smart Farm program is split up into 4 segments: prepare, prescribe, grow, harvest.
Based off of our first year work with him, our yield goals were higher than they've ever been on those fields, around 10 to 15% higher.
We were very happy with what Simplot does for us.
Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community since 1999, including residential, commercial, and construction. Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic is your company for all of your trash needs, along with septic pumping and portable toilets. For the dependable company that has a proven trust and reliability, contact Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic at starvalleydisposal.com. That's starvalleydisposal.com.
This is the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley Health halftime coverage with the Braves trailing Sugar-Salem out of Sugar City, Idaho. Halftime score 25-12. Supporting individuals, families, and our community in achieving our best health. Visit them online at starvalleyhealth.org. Now let's revisit your Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Well, key number one, Duke, was dictate the tempo, and that one has really come back to bite the Braves, I think, because I think Sugar-Salem has absolutely dictated the tempo in the first half. Shoot at least 40%. I thought that was a pretty conservative number. We've seen this team shoot well above that for a lot of their games. Tonight, right now, Duke, they're shooting 17% if you combine the 3-point and 2-point attempts. So still a lot of work to do there. Transition buckets, Braves are getting beat there too, as well as Sugar-Salem definitely has capitalized on some steals and gotten themselves some baskets. Limit fouls, I think that's one thing the Braves have done all right, although Hodges did pick up those 2 early ones, but he's got the rest to work with here in the second half. I would expect to see a heavy dose of Hodges, McClure, and Jenkins here in this second half. That's a look at your keys to the game, brought to you by Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton.
Legend driven. Visit RockyMountainYeti.group and also located in Afton. How about the answer to your trivia question here at the half? We do have a winner of that Skyview Lanes and Cineplex couples combo.
Well, the first Star Valley State basketball title came in 1968. That was the 67-68 season. So that's what I was trying to say. If you just put 68, that's fine. And we did have a winner.
Yes, we did. First person to text in had multiple correct answers, by the way.
Well,
nicely done.
I think there's a lot of guys from that team that still live here.
First correct answer, phone number ends in 7968. 7968. If that's you, you've won that couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex in Afton. You can pick up your certificate from SVI Media next week. We'll have that waiting for you at the front office. Congratulations. That's going to do it for our Star Valley Health halftime show. Find them online at starvalleyhealth.org. A hole for the Braves to dig out of here. They trail 25-12 to open up this third period.
And again, it's easy to say, okay, this isn't working, let's try doing this. And to me, I think the Braves need to just make little adjustments, but it's their execution that's got to improve. They're getting shots. They had more shots at the basket than the Diggers did. They're just not making them. We saw that in Sugar City. I'm just going to say this, that white square on the glass is your friend.
It is going to be Sugar City basketball to open up the half, and already you can see a big increase in the defensive intensity. Star Valley trapping in the front court, and then Jenkins comes flying out of nowhere to knock the ball out of bounds on a pass. So that may be the focus on defense here. Star Valley swarms the ball on the outside, clearly being challenged here to open the half by Coach Schwab. Ball moving around the outside perimeter. Here's an open look three, down halfway and no good. Maybe it's just that rim. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Here's Star Valley now on the other end, trying to dig into a 13-point deficit. Hodges double teamed on the post, has the ball poked away, loose but into the hands of McClure. He drives, dishes to Jenkins, reverses the layup and scores. And the first 30-40 seconds of this half, much better for Star Valley than the first.
Well, and the one thing that did go Star Valley's way in that first half, even though they didn't score a lot of points, they were not whistled for very many fouls either.
25-14 now. Sugar with the basketball. Trying to drive in, but shut down. Corner threes away and halfway down and no good. It really might just be that side because now Sugar's had two halfway down that came out.
Might have to have the facilities people look at it if it keeps being this bad.
Star Valley trying to take advantage of the friendly side of the court right now. Work it over to the right side to McClure. Feeds to Linford. Pivots around at a double team. Back up top to Horsley. Drives the right post. Kick it out. Open three. Linford away on the right wing. No good. Long rebound pulled in by Taft McClure. Back to Linford. He drives. Shot up off the square and in. 25-16. The Braves open on a 4-0 run to cut the lead down to 9. 6:23 to play in the third period.
So, Duke, I had the Braves with one assist in the first half. They've already got two in this quarter.
2 assists on 2 field goals. Hodges on the defense. The ball in the low post. Spin around. Fade away. No good. Great defense by Jacob. Rebounded by Jenkins. And Star Valley already off to a much better start in the first 2 minutes of this third period. Trying to come back. Horsley pulls it up on the baseline. Halfway down again for PJ, but no good. Came right back out. Rebounded by Sanderson. He quickly goes down the court. Drives in. Kick out. Another three. Gordon. That one drops. Makes it 28-16, lead back to 12.
Gordon had been 0 for 2 from out there, but he swishes that one.
5:38 to go in the third.
Sanderson with the assist.
Ball movement down to Hodges. Spin, shot blocked by Doherty. Ball back into the hands of Hodges. He's blocked again, but the second time with contact. That will put Jacob Hodges to the Riverside Dental free throw line. 2 attempts to come.
Here's that last sequence, the three-pointer from Christian Gordon. The Diggers 4 of 10 from beyond the arc so far in this game.
Jacob Hodges will toe the line with his team down 12. 5:30 to play in the third. Switches the front end of 2. Makes it 28-17.
First point of the night for Jacob Hodges. He does have 4 rebounds, picked up those 2 fouls, and he's sat for a good chunk of the second quarter.
Got both free throws. Hodges made it all the way to the fourth quarter without a foul.
Well,
in the game in Sugar City.
If he can keep from fouling out in this game, I expect him to still push for a double-double. So I think he's going to have a big second half.
Ball being covered in the front court. Dribble drive, pass down the lane. Too strong on the layup. Doherty missed it. Rebounded by Hodges. He crosses the front court, goes behind him to Linford.
Not to keep pointing out, but that rim.
Again.
And there's nothing wrong with the rim, folks. We're just having a bit of fun.
Pass almost stolen by Sanderson, but McClure hits the 3 on the turnaround. Sanderson went for the steal, left McClure open when he didn't get it. Taft from downtown.
First points for Taft.
Ball movement down into the corner. Braves pulled within 7. Bounce down to the low post. That was great ball movement for Sugar. Passing in the lane, and a timeout taken by Coach Freeman. He doesn't want Star Valley to get back into this. Right now a 9-point Sugar lead. 4:39 to go in the third, back in 30.
Sometimes people wonder, what does Swift Creek Trading sell? The real question is, what don't they sell? At Swift Creek Trading, find boots, shoes, socks, sweaters, shirts, jeans, belts, dress shirts and ties, horse tack and accessories, horseshoes, riding gear, cowboy hats, baseball caps, UW and Star Valley apparel, cologne, wallets,
Swift Creek Trading, your everything store, downtown Afton.
Miscellaneous items, shoe and boot care, jewelry, Western shirt.
We are Western Wyoming's leader in live coverage of high school sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Sugar-Salem ahead of Star Valley coming out of the Digger timeout with a 9-point Sugar-Salem lead. It is going to be Star Valley basketball with 4 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the third.
Braves look alive here in the second half, though.
Here's Linford off a screen, gets to the free throw line, back out to Hodges. Jabs, drives under the rim, tries to flick it down the baseline to McClure, but tipped out of bounds by Coy Sanderson. Star Valley will inbound on their own baseline.
Brandon Cardova will come in, subbing for Kelton Gardner. Cardova had a pretty good first half, came in, had a steal and a three-pointer and a two-pointer, 5 points.
Pass up top to Hodges on the inbound, works it to the right post, shoulder down, and that's going to be a block call. Officials look at each other to make sure they both wanted defense, and they both did. So a defensive foul on the Diggers.
Here's a look at it again. Yeah, it wasn't set, but tell that to his pelvis. You get landed on by somebody else. That's foul number 2 on Zach Doherty.
Linford again will trigger. Baseline, flick up top to Hodges. He quickly goes to McClure, left side wing. Jabs right, drives left, goes angle, fadeaway, blocked again, this time by Sanderson, who quickly goes out in front to Neal. Dribble shot, no good, but he's fouled. I think they're going to get Jenkins on the foul. And that stops the clock here at 4:08 to play in the third, and the Diggers back to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
First personal on Croy, first team foul. Man, what a block from Sanderson. You are up there if you're getting a block on Taft McClure at 6'5". PJ Horsley will sub out, and he's replaced by Cooper Lancaster, who last week came in and scored 7 points off the bench in this matchup.
Second free throw good. Got them both to make it an 11-point game, 32-21, midway through the third period. Cooper hit a buzzer beater 3 to make it a 3-point deficit by the end of the game. But it was definitely a spark off the bench in the second half. Here's Linford down the lane again. He took it into the right side and then popped it up in the middle of the paint.
Luke now with 10 points. He's been aggressive all night.
Great game for him so far with 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the third period. Braves trailing by 9, 32-23. Drive by Cordova, kick it out, open three, Neal down the barrel, swish. Daniel Neal, the senior, gets it after Cordova kicked it out.
Neal now 3 of 7 from beyond the arc.
It's going to be an official's timeout. Just had something on the floor. So 3 minutes, 28 seconds to go in the third. And Star Valley will inbound.
Here's that replay. Cordova dishes it over his head out to Neal, and nothing but twine. Neal now with 11 points. That is the game high.
Despite better play in the second half, Star Valley still trying to dig into this. They're down by 12. Hodges just outside the lane, kicks back to McClure, wants to drive, sets a screen by Hodges. Now to Lancaster under the rim, tries to bounce it in the lane, does to Johnson. He spins, loses the ball, picks it up, shoots it no good, and rebounded by Neal. Sugar basketball.
That ball is just hard to corral there for Johnson.
3 minutes to go in the third period. Sugar-Salem back with the basketball. Gordon behind his back to the paint, kicks it back outside. Lee drives, he kicks it out, works to Gordon. He puts up the jumper below the elbow, bounced on the rim, no good. Linford gets a board. Rebounded by Luke. He passes to Hodges, who wasn't ready for the pass, but he does track it down the front court. Able to find Lancaster, lobs to Johnson in the lane. Now he kicks out, tapped McClure, 3 left wing, front rim no good. Rebounded again by Gordon, and it's Sugar-Salem basketball. 2:30 to go in the third. Sanderson on the outside. Sugar holding on to this 12-point lead. Gets a screen, drives in, kicks it out. Neal another 3, left corner, off the rim, bouncing no good. McClure has the rebound. Braves pulled to within 7, but it's now gone back to 12.
It's been a quick quarter, though. Only 2 minutes left here in the third.
Linford on the outside, left wing. Still lots of time to go. Star Valley still in striking distance. Trying to keep this within reach heading into the fourth. Here's down low to Hodges, one-on-one, shot off the square and in. Jacob found himself in a good matchup, one-on-one against Damon Lee, and he wins that battle.
Well, first field goal for Jacob. He had been 0 for 6 from the field.
1:42 to go in the third, down to a 10-point game, and a rare mistake by Sugar. They tried to pass to Lee down the lane. He can't handle it. Still by Linford, pass to Lancaster, and then dunk down the floor. Jacob Hodges goes back-to-back. Lancaster with the half-court assist in transition, all alone for the two-hand put down.
See if that helps the momentum here.
Down to an 8-point game. Stolen away again by the Braves in the lane. Linford has it and then loses it out of bounds. No, he'll say knocked out. And no, he does lose it. Going to be Sugar-Salem basketball. Here's the double-hander, though, from Hodges.
Nice pass here from Lancaster to Hodges. Freshman to senior. How about that?
Braves trying to build on that momentum. They almost had a steal right after that on defense, but it's still Sugar ball. Work it to Cordova in the corner. He's working against the freshman. Bounces down the lane. Beautiful assist again for Cordova. Kelton Garner, the jumper on the baseline.
Third assist of the night for Cordova. He's done a good job of breaking down the defense and finding the open man tonight.
37-27. Johnson, he tries to back down the defense. Double team, spin, shoot, good. Taysom Johnson in the paint to make it an 8-point game. 55 seconds to go in the third.
Johnson now with 6.
Braves defense leaves an open lane to the rim, but the shot is missed by Levitt. Rebounded by Hodges. Luke Linford across the timeline. 40 seconds to go in the third. Outside Cooper. Lobs to Hodges. Spins in the lane. Gets himself one-on-one and missed the put or the shot. Made a nice move, and then there's going to be a foul after Sugar gets the rebound. That whistle will be against Star Valley.
He got what he wanted, just was a little bit out of control and wasn't able to put it in through the hoop. Ridge Neal comes in, replacing McClure. Hodges will take a breather, replaced by Horsley. 32 seconds to go here in the third. Braves down 8. They trail by as many as 12?
Yep. Trailed by that amount. Still a single-digit game here, though, and Star Valley will try and keep it that way on this defensive possession.
Actually, I guess it was 13 at half, 25-12.
Garner across the half-court line, tries to drive in, angle, step back, an offensive charge. He made the shot, but they'll say he pushed off.
Yes, he pushed off with his off arm. Official right there to make the call. That's number 3 on Garner. There's our view from up above.
You can see the left arm fully extend out. They'll call that one all the time. And now the chance for the Braves to score. 15 seconds. Outside to Lancaster. Cooper works it to Neal. Ridge, top, 8 seconds. No shot for him. Down to 6 seconds. Here's Horsley. Drives it on the angle. 4 seconds to the rim. Shot no good. I think they get the foul before the shot.
Wow, that's 2 quick fouls on Kelton Garner. He got one offensively and then just picked up his 4th on that one. So he's going to have to have a seat. He's shaking his head. He does not like that sequence.
Neal comes in with 3.6 to go. Star Valley inbounding on the baseline. Try to feed it down low to Johnson, and it's stolen away by Cordova. He goes full court shot to end the third period. It's left short, and Star Valley, though, keeps it to within single digits. They dig into the deficit to give themselves a shot in the fourth period. 37-29 on the SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage on the SVI Sports Network made possible with the help of Fire and Air, fireplaces, HVAC, and plumbing. Stop by under the arch in Afton. Skyview Lanes and Cineplex, the Family Fun Center, The Right Company, HDC Siding and Gutters, no job too small. Outlaw Tees, custom screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, vehicle decals, and more. And by The Spur, Southwest Wyoming's country music station.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
This is your home for Star Valley Braves basketball, live on SVI Media and Swift 98, all part of the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley will have possession, open up the fourth period of play. They've cut this down to an 8-point deficit against Sugar-Salem in the Braves boys home opener. Star Valley working around the outside. Horsley to Johnson, swings over to Neal between his legs, but he collects it. Ridge now being pressured and out of bounds. Tough offensive outing for Star Valley to open things up. Neal put on the pressure by the Sugar defense.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to do that to start a quarter after you've had a chance to gather yourself on the bench.
Star Valley double teaming in the front court. Sugar able to break the pressure, work it back and around to Cordova for 3. Yes, wished it. Lead back to 11, 40-29. 7:18 to go in the game. Lancaster works to Jenkins. Croy holding the ball, swinging around the outside. Now Johnson bounces to Jenkins, back to Johnson, fade away long, 2 off the rim, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds by Sugar. It will stay with Star Valley. They'll inbound on the baseline. Here's a look at that Fall River Propane replay on the last 3 ball. Now Star Valley inbounds. Horsley will trigger it in. Able to find Johnson. Dribbles on the baseline. Can't get to the rim. That's actually Ridge Neal. Tries to bounce it down to Johnson. Knocked out by Doherty. As Hodges subs back in. PJ Horsley will inbound on the baseline. Horsley gets it into the corner to Lancaster. Works it out to Jenkins. Jenkins spins. Jumper on the post. Off the rim, no good. Ball tipped into the hands of Lancaster for the rebound. Works it outside again. Star Valley with the extra possession. Hodges wants to drive. Backs down the defense. Spin shot, score. Good for Hodges. Whistle after the bucket. And they're going to say, it was an and one. They'll say he was fouled on the shot for Hodges.
Here's that last replay. Good job, Jacob backing his man down. He's up to 8 points, 6 rebounds now. 2 for 2 from the line. He'll try and complete the 3-point play, and he's got it.
6:40 to go in the game. Lead back down to 8 after Hodges finds the rim. Cordova bounces up top to Doherty. Swing left side. Neal thought about a 3, didn't take it. Now down low to Doherty. Spins in the lane. Good defense by Hodges, but they'll say he fouled.
I think Jacob would have gone straight up there. I think they would have let that continue, but there's definitely got their arms tangled up.
That puts Zach Doherty to the Riverside Dental free throw line. We'll see Taft McClure come in.
That's third personal on Jacob. They got the scoreboard. That's not right.
And it's going to be good on the front end.
Doherty had been 0 for 2, now 1 for 3. He's got 7 points, 5 rebounds in this game.
Lead back to 9 points. Doherty again for 1 at the free throw line, no good. Rebounded by Jenkins. Star Valley basketball. Quickly to Lancaster. Cooper wants to go in. Dumps it down low to Johnson, though, and he will have an offensive charge. Johnson tried to drive in. Bumps into Doherty. They give the ball back to Sugar-Salem.
First personal on Tayson. Here's a replay here. You can see what the ref saw. Official says you initiated contact. He was set.
Lead is still 9.
And you got to keep being aggressive. That call didn't go your way. Credit to the Sugar defense. Now you just got to regather. And
Cooper is still being aggressive. He's giving Cardova everything he can handle until he gets another block call down the floor. That's a freshman against senior, and the freshman gets the foul.
First personal on Cooper. 15 foul on the Braves. 6:10 to go.
Inbounding is Neal. Works it to Doherty. Tough defense put on by Johnson. Drives in, shot no good. Tips the ball to himself for the rebound. Hesitates, goes up, missed again. Loose ball pulled in by Horsley for the board.
Wow.
PJ across the half-court line. Numbers for the Braves. Down low to Johnson. Shot fake, up, and two strung out the square, but he tips it back and in. Just pad the stats. Went for the old tip drill. Lead down to 7. 5:40 to go in the game. Star Valley in it. Here's a crossover move. Drive on the angle. Shot good. Big move by Christian Gordon on the outside. Crossed over to find the angle drive left. 9-point game. Lancaster down to the baseline. Kick out to Taft McClure. Taft will step back with 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the game. Horsley on the outside. He can't attack. Works back outside. Still has the dribble. Now picks it up. Looks for an outlet, pivots around and finds Lancaster. Cooper takes the 3, too strong, no good. Rebounded backside by Neal, but he can't contain it and loses it out of bounds. Star Valley will keep the ball. Neal a little frustrated with himself there. He'll sub out.
He doesn't usually make those types of plays. That's why he's frustrated. A lot of time here for the Braves. This 9-point deficit, though. The Diggers have done a good job of not letting Star Valley really get any closer than that. It's been a long time since they've had it under 6.
Here's a lob dangerously to Tayson Johnson, but he tracks it down. Now he's on the outside, works to Horsley as the clock hits 5 minutes to go in the game. Horsley pulled up jumper down and in. A big one for PJ, just didn't decide the 3-point line.
First basket for him. He's got 2 points. Lead trimmed to 7.
4 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the fourth. Braves battling to try and complete the comeback on their home court. Dribble drive, take down the post, shot no good. McClure on the defense, rebounded by Jenkins. Out to PJ Horsley across the timeline. Bounces down low to Johnson for 3. Corner short, no good. Rebounded though by Horsley and he lays it in. PJ in the paint and he goes back to back off the board.
That was a terrific effort from PJ Horsley, and that draws a timeout from the Digger bench. Great effort.
And a standing applause for the Braves home crowd. 43-38, back in a minute on the SBI Sports Network.
My name is Rod Jensen. I am the president and CEO of the Bank of Star Valley. I've had the great honor of holding that position for 26 years now. The best thing about working in a bank is helping people. It is the reason we exist. The local community bank went out of business, and a group of local citizens decided that Star Valley needed a community bank. They came together, we formed the bank with the focus of helping individuals, and that is what we get to do day in, day out.
Today, we're going to play a little mini game called Whose is Whose. One of these individuals spent 13 years building equity in their home. The other spent a few weeks selling the home. So, whose stack is whose? Yeah, that doesn't seem right to us either. You worked hard to maintain and increase your home's value. Shouldn't you see that value when you sell it?
Assist to sell, full service with savings, 886-4990.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Braves Basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson.
Big rebound and score for P.J. Horsley to make this a two-possession game. Sugar lobs down to the lane. Shot is up. Good with the foul. What a call out of the timeout. They go right after Taft McClure. He's saying he went straight up, but they say, no, you fouled. And that puts Coy Sanderson to the Riverside Dental free throw line for the and one.
Here's that replay. Yeah, definitely. You might have been up after, but definitely some body contact prior to that.
Free throw no good, but rebounded by Sugar. Diggers will have the extra possession. Huge series out of their timeout with 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the game. Ball moving around the outside to Gardner. Works it to Gordon. Jab step, drive, left side, bounce down the baseline, and then off the top of the backboard, that's out of bounds. The ball just got away from the Diggers, hit the top of the backboard and not... And that's an out-of-bounds call if it hits behind the backboard.
Sugar got what they wanted on that possession, though, for the most part. They got the 2 points. They left a few off the board with the free throw and then the turnover, but they did at least get 2 points to push it back up to 7.
Here we go, midway fourth period. Star Valley still in it. Nice feed down to Jenkins. Spin, turn around, jumpers in, and we're back to 5, 45-40.
That's the first time tonight we've seen just that little post move for Croy Jenkins.
Take down the angle, and again, Coy Sanderson makes it a 7-point game.
And nobody for the Braves stopped the ball. So Coy Sanderson just took it all the way in. He's got 10 points.
Quick answer for the Diggers. Jenkins, jumper, baseline, too strong that time. Fight for the rebound, Diggers will have it. Levitt will have the board with 3 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the game. Diggers looking to add to a 7-point lead on this possession. Spinning outside is Sanderson, and a timeout taken by Freeman. Sean Freeman, that's a 30-second timeout for Sugar. 3 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the game. Braves trail by 7 on the SVI Sports Network.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive, but it's beautiful.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford mountain biking.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford to the lake.
I take my Caribou Ford everywhere. We're Caribou Ford with the famous Warranty Forever, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. And we're keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
The SVI Sports Network returns now with more live coverage of Star Valley High School sports.
Star Valley does pull to within 5, but Sugar gets a quick 2 right after that, and they'll have the ball after their own timeout. 3 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the game. It's Sugar 47, Star Valley 40. Christian Gordon will inbound on the side just above the corner. Bounces down low and missed the shot, though, was Levitt. That was a beautifully drawn up inbound play, and Levitt just missed it.
Oh, wow, that would have put it back up to 9. We'll see if that turns out to be a pivotal miss.
3 minutes to go in the game. Here's Horsley, baseline, jumper, short, but the putback is in for Tayson Johnson. Catch and shoot in the air, back down to 5.
Tayson's had a great game off the bench, 10 points, 4 rebounds.
Now Sugar with the basketball. 2 minutes, 46 seconds to go. Sanderson down the post, kicks out to Garner, no shot, working it around to Gordon. Horsley's on him defensively, and now to Levitt.
You know, Duke, this is where Sugar may decide, you know what, we're in Wyoming. There's no shot clock over here.
They do attack this time, but now kick it out, and that looks like what they might do. Really burning time on the possession. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Star Valley still pressuring the ball deep in the front court. Now Sanderson drives, dishes down, ball loose, picked up. Star Valley will have it in transition. Horsley down the floor, lobs, but too high for Hodges. Behind him and out of bounds. The Braves turn it over in transition, and a timeout taken by Coach Swab of the Braves. Missed opportunity. It's still a 5-point game. Back in 60 on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, my name is Bill Tech. I'm the current mayor of the city of Kemmer. The biggest thing is the freedom that we have here, and I want to preserve that. We're all about camping, hunting, fishing, hiking, boating, all those outdoor things. Kemmer and Lincoln County are in my heart and always will be.
Star Valley Health and Mountain West Orthopedics are proud to sponsor athletic trainers to support student athletes at Evanston, Mountain View, Lyman, and Star Valley High Schools. Jackie Clark, Darren Fiskus, and Kelly Hansen help students stay healthy and safe, provide emergency medical care on the field and court, and help rehabilitate injuries. It's just one way we're giving back to the communities we serve.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Nearing 2 minutes to go. Ball tipped loose on the court. Sugar basketball. They're going to say it's Star Valley now. After the ball was tipped loose, Diggers dive on it and slide out of bounds.
Luke Linford gets an attaboy from the bench and the staff. Cordova going to check in. Sorry, Duke.
2 minutes, 2 seconds to go. And Star Valley gets the ball back. They've trailed by as much as 13. This has been a long comeback in the making. They now trail by 5 and a chance to make it a one-possession game. Hodges on the baseline. Dribbles into the paint. Puts up a tough shot. Leans into it. No good. Johnson gets the rebound. He puts it in and good. Give him another one. A board and a bucket for Tayson. And it's a one-possession game. 47-44. Ball pressured in the backcourt by Star Valley. Broken by Sanderson. Across the half-court line with the pass to Gardner. 1 minute, 58 seconds to go. Intensity rising in this one. In a full house in Star Valley High. Now Neal drives in. He can't get to the rim. 1 minute, 28 seconds to go. Star Valley pressuring the ball in the backcourt. Loose, knocked out of bounds, stays with Sugar.
Ooh, very close to being a turnover. In fact, I wonder if P.J. Horsley could have grabbed that, but he thought the Braves, or the Diggers had touched it last, so he let it go, and unfortunately for Star Valley, it stays Sugar-Salem ball.
47-44, Diggers offensive charge. That was a big one. They'll say Neal pushed Horsley down. Here's your Fall River Propane replay. Braves have a chance to pull to within one or tie on this possession. 1 minute, 16 seconds to go. Works to Horsley, one-on-one on the post, spins in the lane, no shot, kick out Hodges. He wants to drive to the free throw line, puts up the jumper, bouncing no good. Rebound comes down to Sanderson, Sugar basketball. 1 minute to go. Star Valley fouls. Jenkins comes up to stop the clock at 59.5, and 1-and-1 free throw shooting to come for Sugar-Salem. Kelton Garner will take his spot at the Riverside Dental free throw line.
This will be his first attempt of the night. He does have 4 points, 4 rebounds.
Big one on the front end. Good. That makes it a two-possession game and gives Sugar another chance at the stripe. One more to come, 48-44. Second attempt for Garner. Got it, but they wave it off.
A lane violation.
Against Sugar.
Oh, wow.
That takes a point off the board. Keeps it a 4-point game.
There's been some big plays here in the last few minutes. You have that one. You had Star Valley with the turnover, up 3 with the ball. There's been some big swings here.
53 seconds to go. The lead is 4 in favor of Sugar. Star Valley with the basketball. Hodges to Jenkins on the baseline. Lost it out of bounds, untouched. That's a costly Star Valley turnover. Sugar will have it. Coach Swab, a 30-second timeout. 46 seconds to go. Diggers had the ball up by 4 on the SBI Sports Network.
It's time to update your home's flooring, and Battleson Brothers Carpet One is your local source. Right now at Battleson Brothers, find in-stock LVP as low as $2.99 per square foot. Get a bedroom installed with fresh new carpet for just $4.49. That includes the carpet, pad, and labor for just $4.49. Battleson Brothers Flooring also offers 12-month, no-interest financing. In Afton and Thane, that's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
It's always good when Sugar-Salem and Star Valley get together, and it is again today. 48-44, Diggers on top with the basketball. 46.4 seconds currently on the clock. Diggers will inbound in their backcourt. Star Valley a full court press. It's a two-possession game. Inbound, no foul from Horsley. Works it to Garner across half court. Now he tries to foul and does. That stops the clock at 41 and a half seconds to play.
Jenkins will pick up his second.
That puts Kelton Garner back to the Riverside Dental free throw line as
now
Hodges subs in and McClure subs out.
Officially, Garner is 1 for 1 on the stat books, but he made both his free throws the last time. The second one was just called off because of a lane violation.
Another big one on the front end of the 1-and-1 extends the lead back to 5. 49-44.
Garner now 6 points. He has not missed from the free throw line.
Second attempt, good. Got them both. Timeout taken by Coach Freeman and Sugar-Salem. This will be a full timeout. 41 seconds left in a 5-point game on the SVI Sports Network.
Nothing on us!
Nothing on us? How hard could it be to be a banker? They just give other people's money away. Cole and Marty got nothing on us. Yeah.
This is the Weekday Wake Up on SVI.
Your home for totally free personal and business listening. Okay, so you're ready for a subscription then.
Just a few things to sign, will be on your way. Hey Amanda, what's the federal rate interest period on the Grace escrow after the next 4 quarters?
If you could just sign here, initial here. So after a quick look at your credit, it's pretty evident that it's not good. And so it's not in the best interest of the bank to give you a loan today. I'm sorry.
That's right, Cole and Marty, you've got nothing on us.
We're gonna get people to give us money, and it's gonna be the Bank of Duke and Dow.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson.
Star Valley has come back to make this a ball game, but need a little magic here. 41 seconds left to go and down by 5. They work it over to Jenkins on the right side angle. Up top to Linford, fakes a 3, now to Horsley. He goes baseline, pulls up the jumper, good. Down to 30 seconds and a 4-point game now, 50-46. Sugar inbounds and a quick foul by, no, they don't call the foul. Now Jenkins comes up and he'll finally get it with 20 seconds left.
Third personal on Croy. And Kelton Garner, he has been money from the line here in this fourth quarter.
20.7 seconds. Free throw is good. He's been stellar down the stretch from the Riverside Dental free throw line.
He looks very smooth and calm.
And they've all been 1-and-1s, and he's been hitting the front ends. That makes it a 5-point game. This for 6. Too strong, no good. Stays 5. Johnson with the rebound. 18 seconds. Pass to Horsley. Still a 2-possession game. Need fast points. Linford holds the ball. 10 seconds. Still no shot. Now Horsley puts up a prayer. No good. Johnson the rebound. Put back is no good, but a foul. And too much time goes off the clock, down to 5.6 seconds. You will get a chance to score with the clock stopped here, but it's still a 2-possession game, trailing by 5.
First foul of the night on Brandon Cardova. First free throws of the night for Tayson Johnson.
He will get 2, and you've got to make them both, and he doesn't. Misses the first. So even if he hits this next one, it's still a 2-possession game. And that's just going to be too much with 5.6 seconds. So Sugar in great shape to steal another one from the Braves, and a lane violation waves it off.
Oh, man.
It was in, but they wave it off. I think he tried to intentionally miss it, and it kind of crawled over the rim, went to count it anyway. So Sugar will inbound, and I believe a timeout taken. We'll keep it here for this timeout. 5.6 seconds left in the game, and you got to tip your hat to Star Valley Dow. They didn't have a good first half. The hole was just too big. They battled as best they could, at least got themselves back into it, but here we sit with 5.6 seconds and Sugar with the ball on a 5-point lead.
Well, in the first half, the Braves shot from the inside to 3, they shot 18% in the first half. For the game, they're now up to 39.5%. So they've played much better. They've played much more like themselves in the second half. But as we know, Coach Schwab has mentioned this before, you cannot dig yourself such a big hole really against anybody, but against a good team, a really good team, Boy, it's super hard to dig all the way out of it, and you've seen that tonight.
The Braves will need, if they don't get a steal right away, they will need to immediately foul. But even if Sugar misses the free throws on the other end, you still got to have 2 possessions. So we'll see what Coach Schwab decides to go with.
Something very memorable is going to have to happen.
Yes.
Let's put it that way.
Absolutely. Braves will be against Jackson next week to open up league play in the 4A West. Then they'll have another Idaho game against Marsh Valley. Here's the inbound play, no steal, and a quick foul to stop the clock after 1.5 ticks off. And again, Kelton Garner goes to the Riverside Dental free throw line with just 4 ticks left. 4 seconds flat.
First personal on Luke Linford, so that's not a factor. Garner, 4 of 5 on the stat sheet, 5 of 6 in reality. One of them taken away because of a lane violation.
Sugar's had some big plays in this game, but Garner's won it down the stretch.
Yes.
His shooting from the line ends up being the difference in this game for Kelton, and he hits the first.
Yeah, and he's hit him under pressure. He's now got 9 points, 5 of them from the line here down the stretch.
Second free throw, and he got them both again. That makes it a 3-possession game. So they go to Taysom Johnson. Star Valley works it to Horsley. He'll take a half-court 3 off the front rim, no good. And Sugar will sweep the Braves in a 2-game series. Your final in this one, 53-46. Diggers will win it on Star Valley's court. That will send us into your Silver Star Communications postgame coverage coming up after this, live on the SBI Sports Network.
Plan your next vacation to scenic Star Valley, Wyoming with a luxurious stay at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Enjoy your own comfortable cabin with a soaking tub and top amenities. A hot complimentary breakfast is always included. Book your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com.
A leg up, an upper hand, an edge. Call it what you want. When you finance with Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, you'll always be winning. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours.
Back now with the Silver Star Communications postgame show, committed to providing high speeds to the residents of Star Valley and surrounding communities.
Post-game coverage presented by Silver Star. Leave slow internet in the dirt. Learn more at silverstar.com. That is silverstar.com. Braves drop another one, and they are swept by Sugar in the home and away series, Dow. The Braves will drop down to 6-4 overall on the season. Really, it was just the first half, as we have Coach Schwab joining us here in our post-game coverage to get his thoughts on this one. Coach, appreciate the time. And all right, let's talk 2 different halves here. What was your message in the locker room to your crew after the first half?
Message in the locker room was, I'm about ready to start the JV kids because they ran the offense in their game. We didn't show up. I don't know what it was, whether we were shell-shocked or what. We didn't run the offense one time properly. Despite our practices all week long, it just seemed like shell shock. First home game, I don't know what the jitters were, but that's when I lost my voice, was the first half, clearly. But no, the younger guys, I think in the second half gave us a little bit of a spark. They're just out there to work hard to earn it. I think it got the older guys into it a little, and we actually started running the offense, looking to the post and cutting. It's just too little too late. You dig a hole, then you have to dig yourself out. And that was the message. And we dug a hole again, 3 weeks in a row. And that's something that I'm not okay with. And we're having to go back to the drawing board again during the week about how do we keep that intensity. Because, we had the greatest practices this week we've ever had on intensity. For us to start that first half that way, it was just a shocker to me. So,
well, of course, you gotta go back to this one, of course, watch the film and maybe find out what that reason was. But I
don't know if I want to watch that.
Well,
film.
that's true. That's true. But
yeah.
you've got Jackson now, right? So
right.
Now the games are for real. Do you think that helps maybe motivate in that first half moving forward?
I think so. You know, they always say if you go undefeated in a season, it's hard to have learning experiences to know what to point at. Can you guys get big heads? Well, if there's anything, our guys they came into last week overly confident that we could roll this team, and we came in this week overly confident that we could roll them. You know, just because our guys know how physically athletic and gifted they are. But if you get outworked, you lose, right? And so Jackson's one of those teams, if they outwork you, you'll lose again, right? They're not a joke of a program. They're a good program, and they're well coached. They've got good athletes. And our guys, they know that we have to bring our A game the whole game next week. And if it rattles us to be on home floor, I'm sure it'll rattle us to be there. So we got to fight through it. And what I told them in the second half when we got out there is sometimes you need to just forget, kick your brain off, and just play some basketball. You know, and we didn't do that in the first half. And no, you're right. There's a lot of good things to point at for learning, and film will be painful again this week. But we got to do it. It's how you grow.
Well, you still got to credit the second half effort, though. I mean, to be able to come back and give yourself a chance down the stretch. Sugar just didn't miss those dang free throws down the stretch. So
they didn't, and we did everything we needed to get the ball back, to get those opportunities. We had 2 wonderful opportunities of tying the game up there at the end, and the other thing I'm trying to get into their head is it's okay to be selfish sometimes when you're at the rim. You know, sometimes we have some guys who look to make that extra pass when they have a clear path to the rim, you know, and especially our younger guys, they'll look to pass first rather than score it, even though they're great scorers. And I think that impacted us a little bit as well.
All right, Coach Slob, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Again, it's all part of your Silver Star Communications post-game coverage. Star Valley drops this one to Sugar. 53-46 is your final. Dallas dig into this one with the post-game battle stats and Battleson Brothers Flooring.
Look at the Diggers' numbers for tonight. Daniel Neal leading the way with 14 points, 5 rebounds, 7 points apiece for Christian Gordon and Zach Doherty. Doherty also had 6 rebounds. 10 points for Coy Sanderson, 10 points for Kelton Garner, 6 of which came from the stripe down the stretch. Those were huge free throws for the Diggers. 5 points for Brandon Cordova. Shooting percentages, Duke, the Diggers went 48% from 2, 43% from 3. They go 6 of 14 from beyond the arc. They got out-rebounded by 10 by the Braves, but the Braves fell behind by 13. They never got any closer than 3. And the Diggers hitting their free throws down the stretch. Star Valley did shoot well from the line, 6 of 8. Leading the way tonight was Tayson Johnson off the bench, 12 points, 7 rebounds for the sophomore. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 6 steals for Luke Linford. Had a great first half. 6 points for P.J. Horsley, 9 points, 6 rebounds for Jacob Hodges, 4 for Croy Jenkins, and 2 for Ridge Neild. The Braves, I had them with 6 steals, which is below their average, and also just 4 assists. Again, that's also well below their average. So credit Sugar-Salem. They come away with the sweep. First time the road team has won in this series, and they definitely look the better team tonight.
That's your Battleson Brothers Flooring Carpet One post-game battle stats. Quality, price, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring. Now we'll wrap up with your player of the game, presented by Star Valley Skidoo.
Well, I thought he came in off the bench, had a terrific game, gave the Braves a chance down the stretch with his play. I'm giving it to Tayson Johnson tonight, the sophomore. As I mentioned, 12 points, 7 rebounds for him. He came in and provided a spark, and this team was the game was down to 1 possession because of a lot of his efforts there down the stretch.
Congratulations to Tayson, your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game. Dal, how about we do a little girls followed by boys basketball next week? I mean, we can do that, right? We can have a doubleheader back-to-back.
Man, it's funny because that's what's considered normal, but we're 6 weeks into the season. We haven't done it yet. So, excited to have a doubleheader for you next Friday. We'll be in Jackson at Jackson Hole High School, and then we'll do it again because we like it so much. That game will be here on Saturday afternoon as Star Valley hosting the Marsh Valley Eagles.
We'll see how it all plays out. 4A West Conference play begins next week at Jackson. Should be a great one. Of course, Dal and I will be there with our entire sports crew coverage. Thank you for joining us tonight to wrap up our Silver Star Communications postgame show. Sugar wins it 53-46. Have a great weekend.